everybody, Jason here of Ghostbusters News, and recently, right here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel, we talked about this. A fan-made custom toy inspired by Ghostbusters. If you haven't seen her before, let me introduce you to the Library Lady. Now, I just received this in the mail, and I am so excited to give her an unboxing and give you a full review here today. But before I do so, I do need to send a shout out to those responsible for this collaborative custom toy. First, we've got Tony Taylor Toys, and then we've got Baducci Studios. Baducci, as always, one hell of an artist. He did the packaging that we're going to take a look at here in a few moments. And then finally, we've got Hastel Toy and Collectibles. He is the one that finished these customs off, handled all the online transactions, and mailed these out to Ghostbuster fans all across the world. And a quick heads up, if you actually want to grab one of these Library Ladies, another run is incoming. Be sure to reach out to Hastel Toy and Collectibles. We got his Instagram link down below in the description. Now with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at her. Now the packaging here, it is small, but it does the trick. It is really just a big clamshell window box. And I gotta make mention, you can open and reseal the packaging without any issues. So whether or not you're a mint on card collector or an out-of-box collector, you are totally gonna be happy with this one. Now the art here is kind of reminiscent of the old Mattel Ghostbusters action figure line. As with those old Mattel figures, they had two terror dogs at the front of their packaging. But of course here with the Library Lady, we've got the two lions that you can find outside the New York Public Library. On the sides of the box, you're also going to find some of the branding, once again, for those that were responsible for making this figure a reality. You just took a look at Tony Taylor Toys. Right now on your screen, we got Baducci Studios. And then opening the packaging, we got Hastel Toy and Collectibles, along with this absolutely gorgeous backdrop of the basement of the New York Public Library. And being that we have the packaging open, here she is, the Library Lady. And wow, first impressions here of having her out of the box, I love the detail work there, especially in the face. All the small, tiny little wrinkles, the individual strands of hair. Now taking a look a bit further down here, you're going to see that she does have a book in her hands. And that book, if you want to, you can just easily take it out like so. And Ghostbuster fans, you're going to love what this is. As I don't know about you, but to me, this looks like a copy of Tobin's Spirit Guide. More importantly, the Tobin Spirit Guide that we saw last year in Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now taking a look at her clothing, I love the sculpt detail. It kind of has this whimsical, yet slime-drenched vibe to it. And being that we are talking about her body, I might as well touch on the fact that there is no articulation whatsoever when it comes to this figure. I guess it may have been cool to, be able to move her head so she could kind of like turn her head and go like, shh. But it's not a necessity, and when I think of the Library Lady, or the Library Ghost in the original Ghostbuster film, in her human form, I think of her, like this, a nice side shot, and her reading her book. I mean, to me, this looks great. It didn't really need articulation. Now that is not to say that the Library Lady, she's not hiding a very special feature, because if you take a look under her dress, you're gonna find a treat. I probably could have worded that better. What I'm trying to tell you is that she lights up. All you gotta do is just hit the switch right here, and you've got it on your screen. She emits this very ominous purple glow, which does look really slick. I mean, they did not need to include this in the figure, but I am so glad that they did. Now, this figure is being advertised to scale perfectly with Mattel's Ghostbusters line that was released several years ago. Now, I know Mattel, they were working on an action figure of the Library Ghost in her human form that never got released, and a prototype or two did find their way online, and from what I've seen, this figure is loosely based on that prototype. But I should note that Mattel did eventually release a Library Ghost, however, once again, not in the human form, more in the ghostly form, as you're seeing here. And being that we are comparing toys, let's go ahead and bring in a recent Ghostbusters figure. Right here, we've got Egon Spengler from Hasbro's Ghostbusters Plasma Series line. I mean, it's not like I have to say it, but the Library Lady is no doubt going to scale great with any 6-inch scale Ghostbusters action figure. I think that just about does it today for a look at the Library Lady. If you're interested in one of these figures, be sure to reach out to Hastel Toy and Collectibles. Like I said earlier in the video, another run is on the way. And as I already mentioned, Hastel's contact information is down below in the description. Oh, and from what I hear, the Library Lady is the first figure in an upcoming line of figures from Hastel Toys, Baducci Studios, and Tony Taylor Toys. So certainly be on the lookout for the next offering. So Ghostbuster fans, that does it for this one. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We have a link to that down below in this video's description, and I'll see everybody right back here next time.